Welcome to this training session on installing joggles and their function. What is a joggle? It is a small offset near the edge of a piece of sheet metal. It allows one sheet of metal to overlap another sheet while maintaining a flush surface. Use of the joggle maintains the smooth surface of a joint or splice. The amount of offset is usually small. Therefore, the depth of the joggle is generally specified in thousandths of an inch. The thickness of the material to be cleared governs the depth of the joggle. In determining the necessary length of the joggle, allow an extra 1/16 inch to give enough added clearance to assure a fit between the joggled, overlapped part. The distance between the two bends of a joggle is called the allowance. This dimension is normally called out on the drawing. However, a general rule of thumb for figuring allowance is 4 times the thickness of the displacement of flat sheets. For 90 degrees angles, it must be slightly more due to the stress built up at the radius while juggling. For extrusions, the allowance can be as much as 12 times the material thickness, so it is important to follow the drawing. There are a number of different methods of forming joggles. If the joggle is to be made on a straight flange or flat piece of metal, it can be formed on a cornice break. When a joggle is necessary on a curved part or a curved flange, forming blocks or dies made of hardwood, steel, or aluminum alloy may be used. The forming procedure consists of placing the part to be joggled between the two joggle blocks and squeezing them in a vise or some other suitable clamping device. After the joggle is formed, the joggle blocks are turned over in the vise and the bulge on the opposite flange is flattened with a wooden or rawhide mallet. Since hardwood is easily worked, dies made of hardwood are satisfactory when the die is to be used only a few times. If a number of similar joggles are to be produced, use steel or aluminum alloy dies. Dies of aluminum alloy are preferred since they are easier to fabricate than those of steel and wear about as long. When using joggling dies for the first time, test them for accuracy on a waste stock to avoid the possibility of ruining already fabricated parts. Always keep the surfaces of the blocks free from dirt, filings, etc., so that the work is not marred. Below is a sample of joggled metal. This concludes this training session. We hope you found it useful.